Sisters of Leisure with Tracey and Michele. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Sisters of Leisure once again. That weather is getting a little nice outside, and we're super excited because we can, shed a little bit of garments and things, But anyway, my name is Tracey, and I'm one part of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michele, the little sister.
And
okay, go ahead.
Before we introduce our amazing guest, I just want to say, if you live in Rome, Georgia,
Northwest Georgia,
you need to go to J Dubs. It's off Cave Springs Road. They have amazing food. Mm-hmm. They have amazing customer service. Mm-hmm. The environment is clean. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they have amazing food, period, point blank.
Yeah.
I don't go to Rome much, but when I do go, that is definitely the place I'm hitting up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the owner is Rita Wright, and she's just absolutely beautiful. Always been beautiful since I've seen her some years back, but she's just a beautiful, amazing person. And it's so amazing that she stepped out on faith to open up a restaurant and make good food for everybody that lives in Northwest Rome, Georgia area, North, whatever. Go to her restaurant, please.
Yeah, it's bussin'. If I have to say it for myself, bussin'. 10 out of 10. So let me just tell you. So I'm super excited because I heard of this young lady who was doing things with empowerment, self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-care in the Northwest Georgia area. She's giving out scholarships. She's a philanthropist. She is educated. She's locally in our area, and she's having this beautiful gala. And I was like, wait a minute, I need to talk to this. We have to talk to this young lady. Her name is Ciara McKnight, and she is the founder of A Teen's Choice, Inc., right here in Northwest Georgia. And so, Ciara, thank you so much for coming on Sisters of Leisure and to tell us about you and your foundation. So tell us a little bit about Ciara first.
All right. First, I would like to say thank you to Tracey and Michele for having me on. But a little about Ciara. I'm from Rome, Georgia. Born and raised, I went to Jacksonville State University. I have a bachelor's degree in social work and a master's in counseling. I came back in 2013, started my career at Georgia Department of Corrections. So originally I wanted a reentry home. I wanted to work with offenders returning back to society. Then when I received my master's, I had to venture off into the community. So I started doing a lot of mental health counseling in homes, working at the Boys and Girls Club. So I was just kind of very in the community with different agencies. And I was running away from working with kids. I was so like, I don't want to work with kids. I want to work with adults. I have been working with adults for the last 5 years. Like, I don't like kids. And so that was my thought process. Like, no. And I end up getting a life coach, Steve Dennis, and he helped me navigate through realizing what my purpose was. And A Teen's Choice actually, because now I'm telling you about Teen's Choice. A Teen's Choice actually came by a curriculum, and I was going into different agencies doing the 6 weeks groups, and a lot of people was like, you should turn this into a nonprofit. And I was just like, no, that's not it. I want to do for-profit. I want to get paid. And so I end up turning into a nonprofit, and that's how A Teen's Choice was birthed, based by me running. I was running for years, working with kids, and then it all just played out into what it is now.
I love that. And I'm so glad, because one of the questions that I love to ask our guests is, do you think it's important to have a mentor? And you have a mentor. You say his name is Steve Dennis. And so, like, what made you get a mentor in this process? Like, what made you to do that? Because you're a mentor too now, right? Mm-hmm. To several women.
So when I graduated with my master's in 2017, I didn't know which way to go because I've left the state and I was working into the community, graduating. So it was like, I didn't know like how to navigate. So I knew him. So it was like, hey, can I hire you? Like, can you help me? And that's how I end up receiving. And I've always had different mentors, LaDonna Collins, Eric Collins, Yashinda Wright, Sherelle, like all of them, they have always mentored me since I was, a team. So I always knew that you need some type of guidance, but it was more of this one, like, how can I take my life to the next step? So that's how I had to hire a life coach, because I needed that next step advisement. So that's how it happened.
Yes.
So when you got your advisement, what did you take from that?
What did I take from advisement?
Yes.
That it was more in me, because I never saw myself as a business owner. It was more like I was a worker, like a counselor, hire on. I never knew that what was birthed inside of me that needed to come out.
I love that, because one thing I always say is being an entrepreneur, or like stepping out onto something outside of a 9-to-5, is literally, to me, a spiritual journey. Like, it's literally a walk. It is, because you have to understand, you have to go ahead and go within, like, okay, I can do this. I got this. Like, it's a lot of self-talk, a lot of, ripping away some of those thoughts, those thinkings, and really believing in yourself, and believing and saying, yeah, I have a gift out here, and my gift needs to help others.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so important. I absolutely love that.
So what do you, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Tracey, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, what is your program offer?
Okay, so we have a range of things that we offer. So it started with self-empowerment groups. We would talk about self-love, self-confidence, self-respect. Then when we got into the building, it was like, okay, let's do tutoring. But we were still just meeting once a week, twice a week. And it was like, if your child need help, I partnered with Berry College. So they would send some of the college students over, they can help with tutoring. So we started adding that component. At this time, I had a group through the Boys and Girls Club. We was doing a sex education group. So these girls were in the 9th grade, and they turned to 10th grade, 11th grade. So now they in the 12th grade. So it was like, okay, now it's time for you to go to college. And that's how we birthed the senior program, where it was, what's the next step? And so that's how we started going on college tours, helping with college applications, with scholarships. So that's the third component of a teen's choice. And then it was summertime, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a summer camp. So now we host the annual summer camp, where we have different people come in and do groups with the girls. We take them on field trips. Like this last summer, we went to the Black History Museum in Birmingham, Alabama. It was the first time, girls they learned about Black history. Mm-hmm. So it was just a lot of, when I started back in 2019, we started off as the curriculum, and it was basically like, teach them self-love. But I had to learn, how do we continue to teach them despite after those 6 weeks? And so that's why we started the after school program. We got with the bus system. They drop them straight off at the location, and it's catered to teens, just to base off, like, when you between 6th grade and 12th grade and you don't do any sports after school, what do you usually do? Mm-hmm. So that's why it's catered to 6th grade through 12th grade, the girls that I don't do that. I just go home after school. Well, you can come to a teen shorts, and whatever need that you have, we're going to try to meet. And so if that's tutoring, is that like, hey, I'm feeling depressed today, Miss Ciara, and I can pair you up with a Berry student, like, let them talk to you, like, let's talk about it. Or you need life skills, social skills. We have groups, so we do a lot of team bonding. So you learning those characteristics as well of how to build your social skills. So it's just, whatever they need, we try to meet it. That's the best way I can describe what a teen shorts, what we offer. But those are our main components: summer camp, senior program, after school, and tutoring.
Is this something that you do full-time, Ciara?
No, I actually work at Kennesaw State University, and I do contract work I'm back at DJJ. So I do substance abuse groups there.
Okay, yes. Okay, absolutely. Because, I'm hearing that, when we deal with young girls, it's such a slippery slope. I can see how you could, like, I don't want to deal with kids at all. You know what I'm saying? But dealing with young ladies and trying to teach them and helping them walk into their womanhood and walk into independence, or, college and higher education. Do you find that that's a struggle sometimes for the young ladies to kind of get through, or are they eager to move on and bust down those walls of, education and entrepreneurship or leadership in the area, in our community?
I would say about 70% they eager, 30% they don't know. And I was, first in my family to go to college. So the ones that mama didn't go to college, daddy didn't go to college, my big sister didn't go to college, it's hard for you to push them, or not, I'm not gonna say hard, it's more they need a better push because this is new to them. Mm-hmm. And so you tell them to do something that they have not seen before. So when you get that 30% where it's like you're trying to teach them like the importance of going to college, or you don't have to go to college, go to trade school, or if you want to go into the workforce, that's the only challenge, is like you trying to teach them something new. But the 70% that's eager, that they already know, like I met one girl, she's at Albany State, she got a scholarship, Tatiana. She knew the first day that I met her that she was going to Albany State University. It was no sway. She knew, and she knew what it was going to take for her to get there. So it really just depends on the child, because each child is different. But I also think that they were more receptive to me because they're going to listen to me because I'm not parent. So when the parent is telling them, you going to college, it's like, I don't want to go to college. But me, it's like, hey, let's think about it. Like, they're going to listen to me more because I'm not that parent, and they want to rebel more with that parent. It's like, I'm going to do the opposite. But with me, I get a little more lenient because it's like, okay, this is someone that's not my parent, but she's trying to see the good in me as well. Yeah. So if that explains, about eager, 30% you got to push.
Yeah. So how does that balance out? You deal with more with the kids, and maybe the parents, they don't have that understanding. So how do you incorporate the parents in any of your programming?
The only time I incorporate the parents if the child has gotten in trouble. But other than that, it's solely the parents. They bring them, drop them off. If we have an issue, or if they tell me like, hey, she need help with tutoring, or this the issue we had at home, that's the only way that the parent would get involved. Is like we try to address the issue and come to a solution. But I try to really make sure that I let them know that I'm here for you. Because a lot of kids, they don't want to tell you anything if they think you're going to always tell the parent. If it's something that's like safety wise, of course the parent's involved, but 80%, I'm really just dealing with the child until the parent comes to me, or if we have an issue.
Okay. So, let's change gears and talk about your gala. So what made you think of a gala? Like, I know why I want to attend, but what made you think?
So the gala actually was like, I was like, maybe I'll host a gala. Like that's how things happen with me. It's like a thought, like, maybe I could do that. Let's see, when you hear about gala, usually it's like the mayor ball or, someone like big. And I was just like, I want to give my community this and we can raise it for a cause. And so by this time, that's when the seniors, they're going off to college. And I was just like, hey, let's try this together. And I will give you money at the end. And that's how the gala I threw it out there, to different people, like, what you think? They're like, yeah, let's do it. And that's how we got the gala going. And now it's just an annual thing. Last year we did really well. We was able to give 3 girls $500. They all at Albany State University. So this year we're giving 4 girls a scholarship. So we just want to keep going. So the gala really was a thought of, hey, I think let's do it. Like, when you see other nonprofit, this is what they're doing. This is how they're raising money. Because I needed something to raise money to kind of go without the year as well. So the gala is our main thing, and it's here to let's give the girls great advice. Like, let's tell them that we're proud of them, and let's see what they do.
How can people partner with you as far as your gala is concerned, or your nonprofit organization?
As sponsor, or they just want to attend?
They want to partner with you, say maybe be a sponsor, if you will. Yeah.
Okay. So
and not necessarily for the gala. It could just be just anyway, just with 18's choice, not necessarily just the gala.
Okay. Oh, okay. So usually I word of mouth. Like, usually when people hear about a teen choice, they be like, whoa, this is in Rome. I was like, yes, like the newbie on the block. So it's word of mouth, social media. I send out emails. We're definitely starting a newsletter starting next month to get people subscribed to our email so they'll know what's going on with the Teen Choice. But on our website, ateenschoice.com, you can actually volunteer, or if you want to donate, and you can learn more about a Teen Choice as well. So we do take volunteer applications. Usually it's Berry College, or it's people that I know that want to come in. And sometimes I reach out to people that like, hey, do you want to come in and teach a group? If I see like it's something that you doing in the community and the girls can benefit from it, I would love for like women to come in so they can see something different, hear something different, and learn something different as well.
Mm-hmm. That is important. So, like, tell us about your confidence. Like, so I see you, I hear you. I'm like, okay, Ciara, I'm not mad at you at all. So, like, have you always had this confidence? I know, like, I look at myself throughout the years of doing this with my sister Leisure, and I was a whole wreck until I started building myself. So tell us, how did you, were able to get this confidence and get out here and say, yeah, I can do this?
That's funny, because if you would have asked me a year ago, do I want to be on the podcast? I was like, no. Like I had it was like public speaking. No, I would have refused. I would have came up with an excuse. But it took time for me to build my confidence, and that's why I started out the curriculum, the 6 weeks curriculum about self-respect, self-love. That's what I needed as a teen. So that's how we started out. It was basically I was your typical. I didn't get in much trouble. I wasn't going to college. Luckily, Miss Burst, she the one told me to go to JSU. Like, I was just going to be here, go to Coosa Valley Tech. This is back in 2009, Coosa Valley Tech. So I didn't have those thoughts of like, let's go to college, let's go to social work. Like, that was not in my plan. And so I had low self-esteem until probably my mid-20s. My confidence, I was very shy. I didn't want to, my friend group, they would say, no, you're not, no, low self-esteem, no low confidence. You're great at speaking. But if you knew me, like publicly, it was like, I would be okay standing in the background. So it took time for me to build my self-esteem, my confidence within myself. And that's another reason why Teen Choice got birthed. Based on what I wish someone would have taught me when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who inspires you?
Who inspires me? Let's see.
Because you inspire me right now. I just thought.
Oh wow, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It really is. You really are.
I would say someone who inspired me would be my mother. She raised 6 kids and we never went without. So I would say my mother inspired me because she continues to go hard. Even now at 62 years old, I would say my mother inspired me.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love
so
that.
Where do you fall in the 6 kids range? Where you at?
I'm the baby. I am the baby.
That's a good position to have. You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't the baby, it's complete. You have, it's perfect now. That's why there's none after you. Yeah, there's none after you. So, I really do wish that, maybe there was programs like yours when I was growing up. Maybe we just didn't know about programs like that, because I feel like there's always this narrative amongst the women and Black women that we're angry, that we don't support each other and all these things. And so like, I know that to be different, that to be the untruth. And so I kind of wish that there was more people out here like you doing the things like this with young girls, to say, hey, we can commune together, we can talk together, we can love one another, and we can inspire one another, every single solitary day. It doesn't have to be, just one day at a time. It's every day. So I'm not going to keep on talking, but I just think that is a really good thing that you're doing to inspire and to be able to have these young ladies. They should be able to connect with each other later on down the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're going through this with you in your business, and you're helping them and they're gonna help each other. It's a reciprocity. That's what I like to call it. So tell me something that you wish you would have known back then that you know now.
Okay, something that I wish I would have known back then, that I was loved, I was needed, I am enough. So I wish I would have known that. I wish 11-year-old Ciara would know, like, she is loved and she's enough. Middle school Ciara is like, you're loved, you're enough. High school Ciara, you are loved, you are enough. I wish I would have known that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's deep. Because me and my sister talk all the time. I'm like, I wish I would have known this earlier. Mm-hmm. Like, and I tell my kids this too. I'm like, listen, I'm putting y'all on game. Like, I talk to them for real. I'm like, listen, I'm putting you on game. I'm telling you, you are it. Mm-hmm. When your daddy and I came together and created y'all, we did that out of strictly love. And you guys are it, because we need to feed that into our children, into ourselves on a daily basis. I didn't realize that until I was into my mid-40s, that, Michelle, you know what? You are okay. You good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that is a beautiful thing that you're pushing that now to those young ladies, to let them know you are enough and they are too, because that's going to generate off of you.
Because it's never too late. It doesn't matter when it starts. Mm-hmm. Just keep going forward and don't look back. You know,
keep moving.
Yeah, definitely. So what other exciting things you have going on besides the gala?
Okay, so I'm trying to plan a summer camp. So that would be in June and July. We actually do 2 weeks this time. So that's our next big thing, is summer camp this in June and July. So we take a little break. We still do groups in April, May after school, but the next big thing is summer camp.
And what are the hours of operation when you do have summer camp?
9 to 5. It's 9 to 5. But this one we're gonna do a little twist. This summer camp, where we actually gonna take them to an overnight activity, like maybe going canoeing or different things. I want them to learn more skills or experience different things when, other than just staying here, because we usually here in the office Monday through Friday unless we're doing activity. So now I want to do overnight retreats. Mm-hmm. So that's how it would be this summer.
That's good.
Very good. Very good. So you've been in business for how long, Ciara? 2 years?
Yes. 2020, we're going to our 3rd year. So 2020, we became a nonprofit.
Okay.
How did that work? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah,
How did that work during COVID though? COVID came. Did it stop the process? What was you have any challenges during that time?
So COVID, so I started doing the groups maybe 2018, 2019. And like I said, I had a group of girls that went from like 9th grade, now they're seniors. So when COVID happened in 2020, we started meeting online. Then I remember we went bowling like maybe around May, because now school is out. So we was doing Zoom meetings weekly or whenever, they could meet. But really, COVID kind of pushed me into like a building. So in 2021, we got our building. So COVID really birthed, I keep saying birth because it's like, it's month by month. So it really made us go into the building aspect.
Yes. Yeah. So like, COVID helped a lot of people to pivot.
Mm-hmm. Because I was going into school system in Chattooga County. I was doing groups in school, then I come down here and do groups. And so when COVID happened, it shut everything down. And so it was kind of like, what do I do next? In my job, I was working at Georgia Hope. We had to start meeting on Zoom. So I was like, you know what? I do groups on Zoom. And so that's how it happened. And then, of course, it started, gradually open back up. And then we ended up in the building. And they're seniors by this time. So it all worked out. We did miss a beat.
Works out. Especially when you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like, no one can sway you at this point, correct? Like, no one can sway. Oh, girl, you ain't supposed to work with them kids.
The only thing I always get is like, what about the boys? What about the boys? And I'm like, but you know what? We always have things for boys. We always they're gonna do. If you in sports or you need help with tutoring, those coaches gonna make sure them boys are good. So I feel like, right now we need to focus on our girls, because if you got cheerleading, you got best, you do have sports, but a lot of girls, they're not like our boys. We kind of that football, basketball, we go hard for our boys. So if they sway me, it would be me adding boys to the group.
Okay.
And it would be like maybe separated, but that's only if I decide. It's kind of on my list to see how we can add guys, but I really love it's for girls. They can come, share what they want to share. They don't have to, worry about anyone repeating. It's very private, it's intimate.
Yeah.
And they know like what happens at the teen store stays here. and they can come like, anything.
Yeah, and be authentic. Sometimes when we invite others in, it kind of puts that. Yeah, you're not as relaxed and free and open as you want to be.
Because now you got to trust more people. You have already trust this group, and so the girls we have now, we have like 6 or 7 girls, and it's like, me being like the business owner, like I want like 10, 15 girls, like, because I know it's more girls that need this, and they like, no, don't add anymore. Like, we fine just like this. Just leave it like this, because they have bonded and they know, like, I trust this person.
Yeah. Yeah. So they you know what? And I'm a part of a group, and she always says, come on, ladies, share the live, share, about, Meech Dollhouse, share with other than everybody's like, it's like 100 of us, but it's like just a couple of us that's really active. And everyone's like, no, we want to keep it all to ourselves. Like, I want to share, but it's hard to share when you have a good thing and you're comfortable and you don't want no one to mess it up and get in that. Yeah, I get it. So you must be doing something really, really good with them, because they want to keep you to themselves.
Definitely. Oh, and Tracey, I'm sorry. Spring break, I usually either do skate night or movie night. So spring break, we will have another big activity. So it probably usually be Tuesday night, skate night, or bowling. So I did forget that. That'll be another activity that I try to do, like on Christmas break, spring break, have a big activity for the kids.
Do you provide transportation, or do they have to come on their own?
The bus system drops them off and the parents take them home. So that's the next goal, is to get a van, because once I get a van, we'll be able to go wherever we need to go without the transportation issue. So that's our biggest need, is transportation.
Do y'all hear it, people, sponsors?
Okay.
We need a van.
If you want to donate a van.
Right.
We need a van.
We ain't talking about any old kind of van, though. We want a nice van that will get these ladies safely to point A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. So let's get
that's our biggest thing, is the van.
Yes.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So Ciara, tell us about your gala again, how people can help you get to help donate, sponsor.
Okay, so the gala is being held March 11, 2023 at the Rome Civic Center from 8 to 12. It is formal attire, $60 a ticket. You're more than welcome to donate if you cannot attend. If you would just like to sew into A Teen's Choice, you can go on our website. You can go on the Facebook page, A Teen's Choice Inc. And also my page, Ciara McKnight, you'll be able to see all the information where you can donate, purchase ticket on Eventbrite. It is under a Dream Ball Scholarship Gala, which is A Teen's Choice as well. So that's it. You can go on our website, you can get more information as well. So come out, enjoy yourself. $60 is food, drinks, fellowship, and we're going to be able to honor 4 deserving seniors.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Is it dancing?
Yes, it's live music. We have a DJ, G Fly, she will be there. We have 360s. We have Willie Plant. He will be doing the photography. So yes, it is a night of fun.
I'm excited. I got my dress picked out and everything.
Yeah, yes. It started at 8. So just come and enjoy yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. And so when is the deadline to get tickets?
Deadline is actually this Sunday coming up, March. Let me make sure I get the date correct. I want to believe it's March 5th. So that's the last day, just so we can get everything printing. But if people still want to donate sponsorship, we still will accept it. But the last day, if you physically want to come, it would be March 5th, so we can make sure we get that correct head count.
Absolutely. I love it. So so how do you define yourself as success? And that's my last question.
Define being better than I was yesterday. That's success. When I get a new girl, that's success. When someone reach out to me, hey, I want to learn about A Teen's Choice, that's success. So success is something every day. It can be small or big. I'm just in a place of gratitude.
Yes. I love it. Well, you know what, Ciara McKnight, we are so honored to have had you on Sisters of Leisure.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you, and we know that your A Teen's Choice is just going to grow super big. Super, super big. You're going to help a lot of young ladies, and then they're going to reach back and do the same. So this thing is just going to just multiply.
Yeah. Get ready.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on today.
Thank you for just being here. And we're looking forward to hearing more about what you're doing in the community and support as well.
Yeah. So support this, y'all, because this Northwest Georgia, let's get it. You know, it's time.
Thank you.
It's time. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Ciara.
Thank you.
Y'all.